All right, guys. So let's talk about how I made about 250,000 in a day. You can see right here, it was in my bank account, and also how to make 1,000 times more money on YouTube. So I'm going to teach you guys exactly how I do this. I'm going to break it down, and I'm also going to teach you how other channels do it as well. Some channels do it the wrong way. Some channels kind of do it the right way. Then other channels are doing it the right way. Okay. So just as some proof, here is literally the bank deposit. Here is, how much money I typically make from YouTube. You can see this. I think this was my best day. It was like $3,000 in a day earlier this year. And, here's like a pretty good day in terms of Stripe, right? So two $5,000 sales and one $12,000 sales. So let's talk about it. How to make $10,000 per 1,000 views on YouTube. So first of all, we need to talk about what typical people make, right? So a lot of YouTube channels like Boogie2988, for instance, make entertainment content. And, he has nearly 4 million subscribers and he only makes about $5,000 a month. He actually went and did a bunch of podcasts where he kind of talked about how he's broke and stuff like that. And I actually respect him for doing that because a lot of influencers won't talk about, how broke they are. And a lot of influencers are absolutely broke, right? I work with a lot of YouTubers, so I know behind the scenes that a lot of these influencers, they might seem like they have a bunch of money on the outside, but they're actually broke. Okay. So let's talk about, how much he makes per 1,000 views. He makes about $1, maybe $2, maybe $3 at most per 1,000 views. So even though he has about 4 million subscribers, he's only bringing in about $5,000 a month total. In fact, I think it's a little bit less than that. So he's actually making less than the average income for an American, which is pretty freaking bad for a 4 million subscriber YouTube channel. And believe it or not, this isn't that uncommon. When you make entertainment content, that oftentimes is what happens. And we're going to get into that here pretty soon. Now, let's talk about someone who does a pretty good job. They're doing decent, right? So this is Andre Gigues. Now, at the time that he revealed his income, he was getting about 10 million views per month, and he was making about $300,000 a month. That's approximately, when you calculate it out, it's about $28 per 1,000 views. So that's definitely a heck of a lot better than Boogie. It's like 28 times more, but still, he could be doing a lot better than this. Now, what type of content is he making? He's making mass market educational content. So he's making educational content, but he's doing it to a mass market audience. Now, because of the fact that he's making educational content, he is making more money than if he was making entertainment content, for instance, although he definitely does add an entertainment twist to his content. Definitely check him out if you have not seen him before. But still not nearly as much as he could be making. So let's check at this third channel out here. And again, these are all people that publicly revealed their income. These are not my clients. I would never reveal my clients' incomes. In fact, in most of these videos, I don't even talk about my clients because I don't want to reveal their income and I don't want to reveal their niche because then a lot of people would probably just invade their niche, right? So Boyd gets about 150,000 views a month and he makes around 1.5 million views. And that's over $9,000 per 1,000 views. In fact, it's very close to being $10,000 per 1,000 views. Now, how in the world is he able to make almost 10,000 times more money per view than someone like Boogie2988? How is that even possible? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. Let's go back to Boogie2988. The reason why he makes $1 per 1,000 views is because he's making entertainment content. Entertainment content is very hard to monetize, and it often makes around $1 per 1,000 views. Sometimes you can make $3. Sometimes if you are in certain entertainment niches, like kind of edutainment, you can make up to even $10 per 1,000 views. But it's still far, far, far below what you can make with educational content. Now, let's talk about Andre Gigues. So remember, Boogie2988, we'll draw this out, entertainment, right? He's making entertainment content, okay? Andre Gigues is making mass market educational content. That means it's educational content, but it's designed for a mass market audience, meaning that a lot of people out there could watch the content. It's not necessarily designed for a very specific type of person. It's not designed for a very specific niche. Okay, so and also he makes his content entertaining as well. And so this is mass market content. It is mass market educational content, and it's definitely better than entertainment, but it's still not great. Okay, so he makes about $28 per 1,000 views or so. Now, why is it that he makes $28? Well, first of all, it's mass market educational content, and then he's also selling low to medium ticket products. Okay, low to medium ticket products. And as I'm going to show you here very soon, low to medium ticket products are nowhere near as good to sell as high ticket products. Now, for Boogie, he basically just gets money from AdSense, and then maybe once in a while he'll do some affiliate stuff, and maybe he'll do some sponsorships once in a while, but he's not getting paid very much for it, right? So AdSense, affiliate, sponsorship. So he's not even selling his own products. Okay. Now, Boyd Cluess, on the other hand, is doing a good job. First of all, he is making educational content. Okay. He's making educational content. He's doing it for a niche audience. He's not doing it for a mass market audience. So he's doing it for a very specific avatar. So he's making content for a very specific type of person, which means he's able to deliver more value with his content. He's able to solve their problems at a much higher level with his content. And he's selling high ticket. Okay, so he sells a $17,000 coaching program where he basically helps people get into cybersecurity, a specific type of cybersecurity career called PCI compliance. And so he helps people who are maybe like, entry level IT career making $50,000 to $70,000 a year get into a cybersecurity career where they could be making 200K, 250K per year. So it's a really obvious ROI for them. And this is a career where there's a ton of demand and there's not enough people who have the skill set. Cybersecurity is super hot right now. It's one of the reasons why I recommend it so much on my main channel, which is the Shane Hummus channel that has 800,000 subs. Okay. So let's talk about these. Niche content is the best for monetization. You want to be solving real problems for real people with real money. If you're solving real problems for real people, by real people, I mean niche, right? Like a defined group of people, but they don't have money, that's probably going to be more mass market content, right? But if they actually have money, that's where the real magic happens, because people that have money basically, believe it or not, don't care that much about their money, and they're willing to spend it much more easily. And so what they care about is time and convenience, right? All of these people that pay for his program already have jobs, right? Usually they've got pretty good jobs, and they could probably get into cybersecurity on their own, but it would just take them extra years, right? So it makes so much more sense for them to pay him to get them into cybersecurity much quicker, right? So time and convenience is what they care about. And this is why you want to be selling to people who have money, because they don't care that much about money. I spend all kinds of money on stuff, guys, because I am like in this demographic, right? So B2B, a sophisticated audience, right? Usually you're going to call this like a B2B audience. So it's a business audience, or if it's not business, it's a sophisticated audience, right? So people who have good jobs, sophisticated, sophisticated. Like obviously I'm not sophisticated because I can't spell it. But yeah, people who have jobs, doctors, lawyers, accountants, etc., and obviously business owners or executives too. Okay. So let's move on to the next part. Why do some creators make more per view? Well, first of all, niche content. We talked about that. They're solving real problems for real people with real money. We talked about that. And basically, a really good analogy for that is you want to think like a brain surgeon. So instead of helping a ton of people a tiny little bit, like a general practitioner would do, So, they're helping, maybe they're seeing like 30 people per day, right? Maybe 50 people per day. And they're helping them a tiny bit. Whereas a brain surgeon is probably seeing one person per day, right? They're doing like one surgery per day, but they are helping them a lot, right? They are helping them a tremendous amount. They are possibly even saving their life. The general practitioner is probably handing out a lot of like cold medication and stuff like that. So they're helping a lot of people a little bit, and the brain surgeon is helping a tiny amount of people a lot. And that's why they make way more money. So this is almost like selling high ticket versus selling low to medium ticket. And it's also niche versus mass market. Okay. So when you're selling high ticket and you're doing niche, it's going to be a heck of a lot better than selling low to medium ticket and doing mass market, right? And to make more money, you target a specific audience that has a pressing need and is willing to pay you for a solution. It's just that simple. Every single person I meet that's making a ton of money has this going for them. They're targeting a niche audience. Now, once in a while, I will meet somebody who's targeting a mass market audience who's making a ton of money. But guys, their marketing skill is like 99. They're like a level 99 marketer, 99 out of 99. Okay. Unbelievable marketing skill. Okay. You don't have to have crazy good marketing skills to make money from niche content. And that's why I highly recommend it to most people. And then they're selling high ticket products. So high ticket is expensive. It's a specialized service or product, and they're just more profitable, right? It's not much harder to sell a high ticket item than a low ticket one if you target the right people. Believe it or not, it's about the same level of difficulty to sell a 10K product that it is to sell a $300 product. Believe it or not. And I know most people don't believe this. I didn't believe it when I first heard it, but it's true. It's about the same level of difficulty to sell a 10K product than a $300 product. If you get 100 people in this funnel and you get 100 people in this funnel, you're probably going to end up selling one of them either way, right? You're going to end up selling one or two here, which is $600. Let's just say, $600. And here you're going to end up selling one, which is 10K. So you're making a heck of a lot more money here. Now, the one downside is you do have to do sales calls. So you have to actually get people on the phone yourself, or you have to hire somebody to get them on the phone. But with that being said, it's not that big of a deal once you know how to do it. Plus, you don't have to talk to that many people, right? If you're making 10K per person, you don't have to talk to that many people to make a lot of money. So an example of this, selling $1,000 product to 2 out of 100 people is $2,000. Selling a $10,000 product to 2 out of 100 is $20,000. And even if you only sold 1 out of 100, it would still be 10K, which is 5 times more. 5 times more. So it's still way better, right? So definitely sell high ticket if you can. And in most niches, that's going to be the way to go. So the best strategies to make more money per view. Let's talk about these. Sell high ticket products. We already talked about that. It's more profitable. It's not much harder than selling low ticket items. Don't attract cheap or freebie seekers. This is a big mistake I see a lot of people making. If you're selling to people who are cheap or they don't have any money, it's just going to be a hard time for you. Because they don't like to spend money, and spending money is a big deal for them. Whereas people who have a lot of money, they're much more focused on time, results, and convenience over saving money. They understand that money is just a means to an end. It's just a tool to get the other things that you want in life. And that's time, results, and convenience, right? So solve real problems for real people with real money. That is the way to go. Also, position yourself as an expert. Okay. And this means that if let's just say you are a social media marketing agency. Okay. If you say you're the best social media marketing agency in the world, I'm not going to believe you. But if you get incredibly niche and you're like, I'm a social media marketing agency that does retargeting ads for YouTube channels to retarget people who visited their landing page, and I'm the best in the world at that. And maybe you go one step deeper. It's like, I only do info products. Well, I'm going to believe you because that's a small puddle, right? Whereas if you say you're the best marketer in the world, that's like the ocean. right? You are not the best marketer in the world, but you are probably the king of this small puddle. I would believe that. Okay. And experts generally make more money. Um, so share your journey and how you achieve success. This builds credibility and trust. So if you're not the best in the world at marketing, like I said, niche down until you are the best in the world at what you do, and then you can start niching up and gain more skill and become even better. Tell your story. Use a hero's journey narrative to show how you overcame challenges to achieve your goals. It makes you relatable and shows people that they can achieve the same success. Okay. This is incredibly important. Tell your story of how you were able to overcome the same problem that they have. Also, tell your clients stories of how they were able to overcome the same problem that that person has. This is super, super powerful, guys. I cannot emphasize how powerful this is. And another thing about this, anything else you do in marketing can be copied, but your story, it can't be copied, right? It can't be copied. So this is your moat. Anything else you do, any other marketing strategy that you figure out, someone can just funnel hack you and they can copy it, but they cannot copy your story. So that's why you absolutely need to tell your story. It's so important that you do this. Okay. Um, Focus on quality programs. Offer programs that genuinely get results. If people know you can deliver real value, they'll be willing to pay good money. And this is especially true for high ticket. If you just get your clients results and just focus all of your energy on getting your clients results, the marketing becomes 10 times easier, right? And this is something I learned when I started getting people crazy good results. People just started coming to me, right? People started seeking my channel out. People started sharing the channel with other people. So it's just 10 times easier to get clients if you just get good results, right? So make sure you get results, make sure you get testimonials, make sure you do case studies, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. And then find untapped problems with caution. If you can solve a problem that no one else is addressing, you can dominate that niche. However, this is risky because there's no proof of concept. Okay. So an example of this, this was a niche where there kind of wasn't any proof of concept on YouTube. This was one of my clients who did give me permission to talk about this. So basically, he helps foreign students get into Ivy League schools, specifically foreign students. Why? Because he's a foreign student who got into an Ivy League school. And that's not an easy thing to do. And so he helps foreign students get into Ivy League schools. He started on YouTube and blew up to 80K per month almost right off the bat. Kid's an absolute genius. He's amazing. And he was only like 19 years old. Absolutely amazing. So that would be an example of a kind of an untapped problem, right? I don't really think anyone else was doing that. At least definitely not on YouTube. No one was doing it. And, we figured out a way to get the right people onto the channel. So you focus on these things, guys. These are going to help you to make more money per view. These are the low-hanging fruit. These are the biggest things that you can focus on. If you focus on quality programs, for instance, then you can just start charging more, right? Once there's a ton of people saying, hey, he got me results. Well, guess what? You can charge more because they are certain that you're going to be able to get them results. And it's just going to be super, super powerful. And then this can happen for you, right? You can make this much in one day, just like I did. Now, if you guys want to figure out how to make this much in one day, just like I did, or maybe you just want to make a lot more money with YouTube. So if you're a YouTuber who's having trouble monetizing, or if you are a business owner, like an agency owner, coach, consultant, online service provider, course creator, etc., who just wants to be able to make money with YouTube because it's one of the best traffic sources out there, if not the best, then go ahead, book a call with me down in the description and the pinned comment below, and I'll hook you up.